Hello everybody, welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, that's right, you see me, I'm a cat, that's how things go. And last when we left off, we were doing wizard stuff. So, yay, damn right. So we are trying to create the Helvetica scenario, which I believe is a font, but it might mean something else as well, I'm really not sure. But before we start looking at the Helvetica scenario, I would like to stop this happening. I would like to stop making quite as many bosons and not equal 0, not equal 0, and this one's probably an OR. Actually, is that right? What is this counting? Helvetica della Est? Let's get it started in here. That's true. We do need to get started in here. What is this counting? I realized I had this mod enabled and I should totally be using it. It is counting those, yes. How many do you think you have? 0. Yeah. I think that's probably appropriate. We might need to do some more adjustments later, but for now that's probably fine. Okay. So what does Helvetica mean? Helvetica della Est. I don't understand that language that you have put upon me. I do not know why I'm being threatened with a strange language. Possibly Latin. Okay, little K's asleep. Yes. It's important to look at your child and make sure they're sleeping and not moving for unrelated reasons. So, Panda is away tonight. Panda is at a work conference, so she has left me in charge of putting little K to sleep and all that sort of madness. So I think I've done a good job. He appears to be sleeping. Actually, that reminds me, I should probably send Panda a picture. Because then she's like, oh, he's sleeping. There we go. Responsible father. Arguably. Will I argue it? Probably. If I can get away with it. Okay, what does Helvetica della Est mean? Because clearly no one's gonna tell me on that one. Carthage must be destroyed. No way. That's Carthago della Est. Helvetica must be destroyed. Why are we destroying Helvetica? Okay, I found the Carthage della Est. But why Helvetica? What did Helvetica do that means it must be destroyed? Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to sort out our... I want to make a few more labs, and then we're going to start doing maths. Which is a scary concept. Right now they do equal 0. Right. Wait, why is a sci-fi novel talking about Carthage? In a sci-fi novel they're calling for the end of secrecy of banking in Switzerland. Helvetica people. Wait, are we trying to end Switzerland? That's... You know what? It's about time we end Switzerland. I got nothing against the Swiss, but, you know, they know what they did. Meanwhile, someone who's Swiss is like, I actually don't know what I did. Why is this happening to me? And I'm like, you know what you did. Can I possibly pull this coal a little bit faster? Nope, not really. Are we having oversurplus of coal? Coal seems to be going down. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's time to end Switzerland. I think we replace them with a new country. I haven't decided what we should call this new country, but I think we should... You know what? This is my life goal now. End Switzerland, take their clay. You know it's a good plan when you start invoking, like, paradox memes. You start invoking paradox memes, everyone goes, oh yes, this is a man who understands the fragility of life, and that you must take their clay. My clay now. Actually, probably don't need that many. Yes. Liechtenstein absorbed the Swiss. You know what? Liechtenstein deserves it. I agree. Liechtenstein's all yours. They have licked their last stein. Or rather going to lick more steins in the future. Okay. We don't make labs. I kind of knew that, but I was kind of hoping. It's basic meta and contemplation cards. Okay, so it's not difficult. Dear Liechtenstein, how many steins do you wish to lick? They're all yours, buddy. I'll be so happy. The thing about Liechtenstein is their main export is dentures. Oh my god, it's like the joke writes itself. They really are licking all the steins. Good on them. Good morning. Ziggurat operating soon. We've got to get through the Helvetica scenario, but once that happens, well, before that happens, we've got to do the maths. We must do the maths. We must do the monster math. It is, in case you're unaware, a graveyard smash. Alright, so... I wanted to get something before I did this. I wanted some productivity modules. How difficult would we make productivity 2 out of curiosity? Arcane drive units. Oh, wait. Yeah, arcane drive units, it's all at once. I can get some arcane drive units. Not only can I get arcane drive units, I should. How hard would it be to get arcane drive units over here? Not that difficult. The cube does appear to be stuck. Oh no, the cube's coming out. I would really like the cube to actually leave. But I think the cube's not ready to go.
Thanks for your support.
I think. No, the cube's not ready to go.
Thigo Essen just resubscribed for 37 months. 3 and 7 is 10, that's just 1 and nothing. Maths.
Maths. Ghosten, thank you so much for the 3 and 7. 37 months, holy crap. Thank you so much, Ghosten. It's truly and utterly appreciated. So, I suppose you want 37 meows, but knowing you, you probably want some hyper meows. Because you're the man of the hyper meow. Maybe he doesn't want hyper meows anymore. Maybe he's growing up. That's not the Ghosten, I know. I always gotta confirm before hyper meows are given. Because once you give a hyper meow, you can't ungive it. Nah, no need for meows. Okay, just regular meows then. Meow 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 meow. Thank you. If I don't give away the meows, I will be known as a despot. and it will be entirely my fault this time. As opposed to previous times where it was not entirely my fault. Brilliant. Science has reached an all-new existence. Helvetica scenario is doing well. I think I picked up some science by mistake, so we'll put that back in there. And I think we've picked up some other things by mistake, so just chuck that in there. Great. Now, one thing that I'm concerned about... There's a couple of things I'm concerned about, but it's time to do the maths, I think. And we're going to do the maths backwards. Because what we need to figure out is what do we actually need to make things. 1 plus 1 equals 2. You know what, Tower? That's a large part of principal mathematics, so thank you for clearing that up. That closed. That is not closed for reasons I am unsure of. Why? Oh. It actually doesn't have a way to turn off. That's funny. Now is it off? No. Output 1. Right. Now is it off? Now it's off. Okay, unfortunately, we have lost the cube, but that's okay. The cube will return one day. The cube will return in Avengers Endgame. Got a message from my wife. You're asleep now. Just making sure that little K is being a good boy and sleeping. Which of course he is, because he's a very good boy. 1 cube equal many small cube. That's not untrue. Okay. So, it's time to bring out the Excel sheet. Zoom in a bit as well. So what we need is... We're going to work backwards. Ultra dense. We're just going to call it ultra dense. And we need 64 of those. Alright, that's the final step. Get 64 of those. And I'm only concerned about the things that are cube related. Okay. Each ultra dense needs 8. And then we'll just put a thing there just so that way we know. Good. That requires dense matter. That's equal to 8 times that. So it's we need 512 of those. That's not really a problem yet. This is where it starts getting a real pain on the butt side. If you'll excuse my language. Which, interestingly enough, it makes 2 of those. Spreadsheet for cat is true. Okay, so we need to make this recipe half of that. Principal Mathematica proves 1 plus 1 equals 2 on page 379. Yeah, it takes a while. Well, that would be 64 because, yeah. So we need 256 of each of these. Is this mathing? I don't know. That's 4. Concentrate. You know what? We're not going to write ultra dense anymore. It doesn't prove anything. Oh no. Just matter, composite, concentrate, and that doesn't matter. Okay, so 3. So, oh, and we need sap. And that makes 5. Okay, so this is where we wonder, have I mathed this correctly? So to get 2 of those, that doesn't actually prove anything. 256 times those numbers, so yeah, it would be equals that divided by 2 times that. And then we would copy that, make that number be 7, and then paste again, make that number be 8. Yes. Now this is where it starts going to get a bit tricky. Particulate, oh god. Yeah, this is where it starts getting a bit tricky. Sap is made out of concentrate, concentrate is made out of particulate. So the next one we look at is sap. Makes sense. Wait, it makes debris? Oh hell no. I didn't know it was going to make debris. Ah, oh, fudge bunnies. Hey, Miss Edge, how you doing? Okay, well let's just keep going. I think I've confused myself. I think there's I think the maths is mathing. We're gonna go yellow, yellow, because that's fine. Once you make those, you're okay. Now, to make the sap, which we know we need that much, is concentrate. The fact that it's going to make debris is really irritating. 4. So that would be equals... That's 1 to 1. I think sap is a loop. What? Put in 4 concentrate. Wait, does that mean it's a positive thing? Put in 4 concentrate, you get 4 debris. What do you do with the debris? You don't particulate. Now I can use factory planner. But is this fun? So wait, actually, hang on. Is this infinite then? Have I misunderstood this part? It is. Right, so you make as much sap as you want. Oh, okay, I'm no longer scared anymore. Because the sap's infinite. cube doing, by the way? It's stuck somewhere. Sap is a fluid. You can't be sure where it goes, so it can be made freely. But every time it makes sap, I mean, can I vent sap? You know what? I don't need to vent sap. I can just make sap forever. Oh, this isn't scary anymore. Now that I know I can make infinite particulate. Because the particulate can make... no, the debris makes particulate. How do you get ultra dense? Ultra dense debris. How do you get how do you get this? Particulate. Oh yeah, this isn't even remotely scary now. Now that I know sap's not a problem. Okay. You know what? We don't even need to do the maths anymore. Okay. The maths is just a joke now. We have made another mistake, which is cool. Equals 1. So you won't be picking that stuff up. Art does not equal 1. Why not? Oh, because something else has run out. That's fair. And why aren't we making this stuff? Where's the cube come from? It comes from here. That's S does not equal 3. Why does S not equal 3? Oh, because you don't have enough iron. Okay, well, metals. Okay. Where's cube train at? Down here? Okay. Infinite sap makes everything infinitely easier. It just means you've got to do a loop. What's that for? That's just a pipe, huh? Strange. Here I was worried about maths. So, what we actually need to do then is to gather things for the process. First off, we need fabricators. We know that. Well, actually, no. Let's work forwards for a change. There we go. So we know that busts the cube right open, and then we need some crushers. Beverly or Wesley, I'm not fussed. There's probably more crushers than we need, don't care. And then we get that, which is chemical plants. We've got a ton of those. I'm not too fussed about that one. Then we need distilleries. I don't know how many distilleries we even make. Ah, but we do make them. You're the worst pirate I've ever heard of. Ah, but you have heard of me. And then... as long as we have a sap loop, we're okay. Got distilleries, then electric furnaces. And then fabricators. Easy. Here I was being worried for the last few days. I'm actually now worried that I'm being too lackadaisical about this. You know what? They didn't want me lackadaisical. Maybe they should have been sneakier. So the first one's going to take a little while. That's fine. I mean, the Helvetica scenario is still a while away because we ran out of blue. Why did we run out of blue? Because we ran out of... Okay. We got a few problems, I see. You should be done. Interesting. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, I broke that. I broke that a while ago when I was going through the cube disaster of 26. I just realized it's 2025, so I don't know what I was talking about. There we go. That should fix that problem. You know, if I did this, it wouldn't even matter anymore. That should be... Yep. Cube's off. Okay, so the Helvetica scenario has frozen. It's okay. It happens to all the best scenarios. Sometimes your scenarios will just freeze. So it's almost like the Covarex in a sense. Okay. So, the bin ziggurat I almost want to have... I do not want it connected at all times. It takes 50 megawatts just to be connected. I see no reason to consume that power as a regular thing. But, it is an important part of the scenario. Also, that's a terrible place for the forbidden ziggurat. Where do I put it? Probably down here. Can we build a power switch? It'll require basic matter, conductive wire, and electronic circuits. We can, but we're not going to worry about it right now. So. I like, by the way, that my plan for maths was immediately thrown away as soon as I thought I could get away with it. That is the SeiferKatt experience, if you ask me. The legendary gear wheel is then used at the end for a dimensional folding engine. Okay. As soon as the gear wheel comes in, we take it out again. That means SeiferKatt has experienced what? That I immediately gave up maths? No, I mean SeiferKatt is lazy. Please don't think highly of me. I do not deserve it. Okay, that's going to be the antimatter bullshit. What's it actually called? I don't know. Oh, it's probably not allowing it yet because I can't make it. Right, it's not making it because I can't. Okay, that's fine. So, the most important thing that we make is sap. This is known. Yeah. Because 4 ultra dents will make 4 sap. 1 debris will make 16. Which will make... yeah, make 16. 16 of those will make 4 of those. Which will make 1 more ultra dense debris. Yeah. That is correct. It will work infinitely. So the maths is actually just to trick fools. Which I have been a fool. Which I am both embarrassed about and not really that surprised. So that'll turn the ultra-dense debris into ultra-dense particulate. Fairly quickly too. Then we want ethanol and mineral water. We have to make regular water. Gross! Hang on. We may have a problem here after all, actually. The sap's not a problem. But at some point, we're going to need a ratio of particulates to concentrate. Because while we may have infinite sap, we don't actually have infinite... Well, actually, hang on. No, here's the thing. If you get it wrong, you just turn the particulate back into concentrate and do it again. Kinda can't stuff it up permanently. By the time you get the last thing done, particulate and concentrate go backwards and forwards all day using the sap. You can't lock yourself out, theoretically. So as long as the sap is fine, okay. I think what we do with this is going to be kind of weird, but I think what we do is a big sushi line. This is what we do, it's a big sushi. We go to big sushi. So how much sap do I need ultimately? I need 5 times... I need 5 times the number. $64 times 8. 64 times 4 times 5. That's almost nothing. 1,280 sap, that's easy. You make it 4 at a time. Pfft, no big deal. It's okay, it's not much. I think we sushi this. No, it's a terrible plan. Why would I do that to myself? Okay, so that's my ultra dense concentrate. Then we chemical lab. Ugh. Backwards chemical lab. We also spread them out one. Our Helvetica scenario seems to still be a problem, and the train is stuck because the train's in the wrong place. How did that happen? What are we lacking? Joy, despair. Probably one of them. No input fluid. Oh, that means that's jammed. Right, that's been jammed for a while, I think. What was that making? I see. I always wonder if I need more of those. I need more ectoplasm, apparently. That's right, the machine will sort it out. Machine hungers constantly. And a hungry machine is a happy machine. How much ectoplasm do you want? I don't even remember. That's fine. It's because it got stuck down here for so long that the machines kind of don't... They're all hungry, and so it might take a little bit before that gets going. It's a bit annoying. So what we kind of want is maths to go, if one number's higher than the other, then to start pulling that number out. And then to stop pulling them. That's kind of what we're all about. So that's the concentrate. Now the distillery is actually incredibly important, we know this. That's the output. Ugh. So flipping gross. Output of water. You. Okay. Oh wait, if that's the case, we can just put it right by it. They're thinking. Only one input. And that comes out as a thing. Or we have to output it the other side, that's okay. All right. Still making ectoplasm. Look at the bay monitor being like, he's moving, right? He is. Just awkward. Okay, ectoplasm's got to be almost done. Yeah, it's getting there actually. Only 2 of the machines are actually working, and 3 of the machines are working. 4 of them. Okay, you know what? It's not as bad as I thought it was. Makes 200 per run. That's not bad. As it gets to 190, then it'll stop doing that. Then it'll go and make deep core solution. And then it will probably want to make... It'll probably want to get rid of more worms or tendrils. It's doing its best. Still a lot to go though, I suppose. Okay, are we stopping making ectoplasm now? Yes. Slowly collecting the cubes back. Takes a few rounds to get there though. I don't know if it's going to get both of those in the same one. It might have to be close. Hey, it did it. Good job. I wonder if I can push it a little bit faster. They've stopped because we ran out of... I don't know what we ran out of. Something useful, I guess. I'm going to upgrade the blue line, I wonder if it's valid to make ultra fast belts. Probably not a bad idea. You know what? Let's do it. Let us become the danger we were always destined to be. I only need this. I think that's okay. Let us be the danger we were destined to be. Some people say SeiferKatt, he's harmless. He's not the danger. And that's when I reveal, haha. Oh wait, no, I'm not the danger. But you didn't know that. For a moment there you thought, oh shit, is SeiferKatt the danger? For a moment there you thought you'd made a mistake. And then you realized, I am not the danger. Nor will I ever be the danger. You didn't know that, did you? Am I trying to convince who am I trying to convince that I'm scary or dangerous? Is this my edgelord phase? Oh, guys, this is my edgelord phase. I've just decided I'm an edgelord now. You know what I love? Fascism. Now I'm an edgelord. Now I think fascism's cool, guys. Come on, let's do it. We all knew this day would come. Okay. I mean, I can't even say that out of context. Also, now we've got conflicting comments because I know at one point I said that I don't like fascism. So, you know. Now we're conflicting comments again. Which I always love it when that happens. Oh. You know what? I don't need ultra dense splitters. Where we're going, we don't need ultra dense splitters. Where are we going? I don't know. If I keep saying I love fascism, I think we'll know where we're going to go. Yep. Sometimes you just gotta throw up on a werewolf, okay? Don't act like this is an unnatural thing to do. Always go slow speed fascism. See? I promote slow fascists. Okay, so the goal now is speed up anything that is currently slow cubing. Okay. I guess they wanted to build those. Off you go then, chaps. Nope, there it goes. Oh, they grow up so fast. Wait, did you not? You don't need to. Oh, I think you already did. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then we're gonna speed all that up. Remember, the intent here is not necessarily to make things go fast. Sorry, I am wrong. The intent is entirely make things go fast. I've done a goof. I thought the plan was make things not go fast, but the plan is make things go fast. The Helvetica scenario is not doing particularly well for us right now, which is is disappointing me. But I think the work that we're doing is going to pay off dividends eventually. One thing I always like is the word dividend. It just sounds good, right? I mean, who doesn't want dividends? I first heard the word when I was a young boy. I did not know what it meant then. And quite frankly, I'm not entirely sure what it means now. Like, I get it, but I also don't really get it that much. You don't need to explain dividends to me, I get the general concept. It's better to have the Helvetica scenario than the Comic Sans scenario. I disagree. Comic Sans is a wonderful font, and I use it whenever possible. Mostly because it pisses people off. Yeah, I knew that. More or less. To some degree. Are we good? I don't think we're good. On the cube. We got wizards to fight. That makes quite a lot of replication matter, doesn't it? It does. Do we have enough? We might not have enough coal to do this run many times. Ah, a couple. I mean, I've received very few dividends, but dividends have been received at some point in my life. Next to nothing, because I don't really do stock market trading that much. And don't ever come to me for stock market trading. I had the best idea, a way to make good money on stocks, and it's only ever gone down. So don't ever come to me looking for stock market advice, because... Or rather, if you come to me for stock market advice, don't do what I do. And that's probably the best advice I could give you. It's a whole don't do what Johnny don't does situation. As we end up in so many times in my life. Yeah, we don't have near enough matter replication gel to get through this. And I feel like we need to have a few more steam engine. I know I just ditched them all, but I feel like... Maybe the steam engine is just something I always carry around with me. Just to get rid of the steam. But not to get rid of the engines. I did that. Like so much more power. Not really that much more power, but it's some. Quite limited power. Disappointing levels of power. Steam for the steam tendrils. The steam tendrils. Meanwhile, you're an odd man, but you steam a good tendril. You're an odd fellow, but you steam a good tendril. Again, it's just really trying to catch up on a lot of the stuff it just stopped doing when we were making bosons and fermions. Which is no one to blame other than myself, of course. But I hate blaming myself because it's so easy. Too easy, I might say. And then it's going to make a little bit of coal, and then I don't really know what it does. Right, the deep matter is all clogged up. I mean, everything's clogged up. Everything's clogged up in places I don't want it clogged up. Can I please get another cube? I bet you only get one legendary, you only get one legendary gear. Means you only get one cube. Unless you can make another legendary gear wheel somehow, you're not getting more cubes. I wonder if making sap I could add productivity modules. Because if I could, then it all just sort of gets sorted out pretty easily. It's really trying to get it through it all. We're almost done. I thought I did 2,000 per thing. Oh no, it does 4,000. Okay. So the next one will be done. Cool. And then we don't need power, we don't need to do any whatever the hell that is. Oh, that's for the cerebral bullshit. Substrate. Yeah, it makes as much fuel as it can, or oil as it can. But we are going to run out when we come to the charcoal, or the coal. And look at it go. We want... Oh, that's too low. About 650,000. I mean, we've got to 100,000 very quickly. I don't think I should complain that easily. I'm honestly surprised these greenhouses are doing as well as they are. Like, they haven't ever produced that much. I guess they've never really needed to. Like, 1,000 products. That's not much. And that is that done. So I imagine this is ready to go. No, it's not, because we don't have enough tar. Not that it matters, we don't have enough tar no matter how we swing it. So no matter how much how we swing this, we are not going to have enough tar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go cube null. That's going to take us somewhere else. Ah, it's going to take us to deep core. It is a place we needed to be. Deep core is pretty fun too. I mean, I think deep core is fun. Look at it go. Look at all those resources. Look at him go. Like, you can't complain about that speed. And maybe you can, I don't know. That train's gonna be pretty full soon. But that's also gonna make a lot of coal, which will feed my tar. I don't know if the 700,000 is going to last us the rest of this run. If it doesn't, we do have to build a train line out to here. Which I would prefer not having to do. But if we have to, we will. I, however, would just build this straight along and have a train just carrying it. Oh no, the cube would have to come out there. I don't know. How are we doing? You won't stop until we have 40,000. We currently have 28,000. I'm going to sit in the train for a second. We've got 2 train loads ready to go already. And look there, look at all that coal coming through. The scary thing is we did actually get through our coal supply, which I didn't think we were going to. That's the real terror of what we've seen today. We have a minor problem. Turns out 40 is not really possible, although it should fix itself soon. Phew! Okay, the boxes are mostly full. And off we go again. Where to this time? We're going back here to do tar, aren't we? We are exactly coming back here to do tar. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking my messages. A friend has asked me to help him with his daughter's maths homework, which is very funny. I hope I don't disappoint my friend and his daughter. Can I probably do both? Okay. So we might actually need that to settle for a little bit. It looks like basic algebra replacement questions. I can probably do basic algebra. Then again, I've also seen my maths grades that I had in high school and they were not great. Where are we going now? We're going over here? That's a good place to be. So we've got lots of metal ready to go. That's going to go down there, make a lot of metal. We are also... Oh, we're fine for calcium. I thought we were running low on calcium, but no, we're good. Where's the stone train? Oh, it's picking up from the right place. That's wonderful. So that's going to start firing off all of those. You'll love to see it. I don't know why I was speeding up all those belts. It doesn't really seem that necessary, but whatever, we're here now. We must decrease bot latency by doing it. I always love when you have these bits where it's like, oh, like a wave of sorts. After the metals are sorted out, that should get us back into Getting everything back in order. I still wanted a large gelatinous tower made, but I think that's... yeah, I think everything's going to sort itself out now. One thing I probably want to do is have this, the priority down to like 30. Is there a way of setting priority via circuits? There is. Is there a maximum priority? Could I set priority like 1,000,000? Sorry, now all of a sudden I'm just thinking of Star Control. I love that joke. It's so good. Oh, Star Control 2. What a game. What a good game you were. 255 is max. Okay, so it's 8-bit? No. 4-bit? 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. 8-bit? 8-bit. Why is this jammed? Oh, my calcium's jammed. Oh no. Well, that means that should be firing now. Which it is not. Ground control to Major Tom. Commencing countdown, engines on. I was very tempted to sing that, but I don't know if I could do justice. Ground control to Major Tom. Put your helmet on. Da, 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 da. What's Ghost? Oh, right. It's probably 23 currently. So that probably just put out a fat load. It did. Good. One of the greats by ABBA. You know what? I'll be honest. I don't know David Bowie nearly as well as I wish I did. I really only started listening to his music after he died. But pretty good stuff. Where's Ghost come from? Where does Ghost come from? Where's Ghost come from? Ghost's over here, right? Yeah. Did I read something about the Ghost thing not working in like a new version of Factorio? They got rid of the Ghost. I guess they ghostbusted themselves and decided they weren't afraid of no ghosts. Which, to be fair, you don't want to be known as the development studio that's afraid of ghosts. You'd be the laughing stock of town. Okay. With the Helvetica scenario working now, we should be making science. We are certainly considering it. And the metal would probably be coming through. Yeah, it's still trying to work through the fact that we were short for so long, so give it a minute. It will resolve its problem in time. Because things have to start backing up again. They changed to another ghost because of reasons, with no migration, because apparently only 2 people use it. Apparently I'm using it. Why would you not use a cool ghost symbol? Wait, am I only one of 2 people? Did they make a cool symbol and I fell for their devious ploy? That's it. We're rebelling against Woob again. Everyone get your pitchforks. Light your pitchfork on fire. We're at war again. We knew this day would come. I think after that, I can't do this again. You can't do this to me! We want to make under rails to go with the elevator rails. Well, get your pitchfork for that too. Like, as a New Zealander, one thing you might not know about New Zealanders is when we protest, we like to protest about everything at once. A New Zealand protest is truly my favourite thing to see. And not always actually true. Sometimes it's very stupid, but a New Zealand protest is very funny to me because it's like, what are we protesting today, right? Let's say we're as an example, let's say we're protesting Woob not giving us exactly what we want, right? So, we say, okay, Woob, you're not giving us what we want. What else will we protest? Woob, we want something else. So far, somewhat adjacent. But a true Kiwi protest then goes stupid. We're then protesting to Riot because they didn't make a character hot enough. Then we're also protesting to World of Warcraft for making a character too hot. You'll now see that we've got 2 different groups there, but we're in the same protest. We'll then have someone protesting about anti-vaccines. We won't know why they're there, but they'll be there anyway with their signs. There'll be someone protesting about America. There's always someone protesting about America. Someone protesting about legalized weed. And it's like, this is the protest you'll get. And you're just like, what is the actual point of the protest? And you'll just see, like, people go, oh shit, a protest? And they go into their, like, stack of signs and go, old weedy, let's go again. And it's like, this is not about weed. This is a completely different protest. And they're like, nah, we're protesting weed again. Wait, why? Because people love protesting things they've protested before. Sometimes they'll protest about things like arguments they've already won, which is also another fun thing I like. Like, they got their way and they're like, well, let's keep protesting. Like, why are you still protesting this? Just stop. And they're like, why? It's like, cause... What do you mean, why? Okay, this should be... get the metal sorted out. The Helvetica scenario is now being researched yet again, which is very good. I'm happy to see the Helvetica scenario coming back into it again. A little slower than I would like. How many does this produce? Assuming everything's going well. 90 per minute, which ironically... No, we need... It's 1.5 per minute. Okay, so that... If we had the metal coming through for long enough, that should fix itself. To be fair, protesting the boats with the front fell off, that's an Australian thing. That's an Australian protest. I don't know how Australian protests go, and if they're quite as wacky and zany as New Zealand protests. I do love a New Zealand protest though, because we can never decide what we're wanting to protest. I say we, I've never been involved in a protest. But people really do just break out their old signs. They broke out their sovereign citizen flags. You know, everyone just gets on their Sunday best and just goes to a protest. Doesn't really achieve much. I know, like, the country is very proud of the times they protested and it worked, but I still debate that it's not necessarily as accurate as they think it was. I could be wrong, of course. Certainly wouldn't be the first time I was wrong. And it won't be the last. Are they like American protests where half the people are independent press and our phones pointing at the rest? I mean, probably. That wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't say they go around saying they're independent press, but I mean, it's like when you go to a concert. Do people want to listen to music? No, they just want to point that... That shouldn't have gone. Why did you go? No, that shouldn't have gone. Tech does not equal 3. Ghost equals 1. Oh. That should be... Oh. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Concert is spelled karaoke. Yes, because when I go to a concert, what I really want to hear is the crowd screaming. Guys, you can't sing. Please stop. For the love of God. I came to hear the artist, and I can't hear them because you're shouting. You think shouting is the way to sing. Then yes, I guess I do. Where's my car, by the way? Oh, it's down there. Okay, that's fine. I've only ever been to a couple of concerts. And, one of them was great. The other one was kind of disappointing a little bit, but I didn't really pay for it, so it's okay. What was it? Well, the Proto Men concert at PAX Australia was disappointing. Because what I really like about it is, like, Proto Men was like the lyrics, and you couldn't hear them over the sound of the guitar, which is fine, but I really wanted to hear the vocalist. And then the other one was Ninja Sex Party when they came to Auckland, and that was just good fun. That was fun. You know, they did the comedy band thing by being absolute goofballs between songs, which I didn't know I wanted, but I definitely did. Sometimes it's not about what you want, it's about what you get. There's a choir here that bills itself as being drunken men shouting loudly. They're quite popular. Like, is that actually what they bill themselves as? If so, that's hilarious. Do you sing at a football game? At football games, you might join us. I mean, at least they sound happy. They seem aware, like they seem aware of who they are. My cube is still at metals. No, the cube's still meaning to be at metals. Got plenty to do. But now it's using explosives. Actually, no, never mind. It is doing the wrong thing. Because it shouldn't have gone that way. Why did you go that way? Ghost doesn't equal 1. Ghost doesn't equal 1? Oh yeah, I suppose ghost doesn't equal 1. Okay, well we do have another problem. Which is... Okay. Right. You should be leaving, sir. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Actually, take the car. That was scary. Good news, the Helvetica scenario is at 80%. And will be completed in 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Oh god, Zoe, tell me it's not still happening. I thought you were better than this, Zoe. Also, hi. How many blue belts or green circuits is required for one blue belt with blue circuits? Oh dear. Okay, that's making my gelatinous tar, and I think we've actually got enough coal for it now. Yeah, maybe not enough, but certainly some. It had 2 whole iron patches and an enormous copper patch, and it's still not happening. Yikes. So basically every time it can make a ultra dense composite, I want it to make it. That's my understanding. Let's get rid of these trees. I said, let's get rid of these trees. I'm not here asking questions. Oh, should we get rid of the trees? No, always get rid of the trees. Trees have never done anything for humanity, and let's not pretend that that's the case. So there's 2 things here. Once we get the Helvetica scenario complete, then we need to start worrying about the complete annihilation card, which will take a little bit longer than well, it probably won't actually, because the Helvetica also needed to learn how to love again. We've since learned how to love, which is important. If you don't know how to love, Helvetica scenario. Oh, that car's gone. Car, come back. Stop riding on the belts, you dingus. It's fine. Meant to happen. 40 belts of copper, 24 of iron. I mean, if you module it, I suppose you won't need as much. But what do I know? I'm just driving by slowly, hoping to see a completed research. It's out of sync. Ah, fudge, it's out of phase. Was it? I don't know if it was. Well, it should be fixed now. Looks fine now. Post the video at the above. Do I know of this? The Golden Lads, a choir where not one of them can sing. That's pretty good. I have seen about a group of people who do a choir they can't sing, but it was like... It was an internet meme thing where they just get drunker and drunker with every song. I feel like it was Try Guys, but I could be wrong. No! Was it Try Guys or was it Game Grumps? It was some comedy group. Try Grumps? Okay. I don't need to assign that to anything. I'm much happier now that I can actually see what I'm doing. Let's move that one across, just so that way... The imbibing of beer is encouraged, though not required. You nuked your engine production, like actually with nukes, or like metaphorically speaking? Did you have nukes set up as your weapon? Did you make that classic mistake? You know what, it's fine. If we require an extra 50 megawatts of power for no real reason, that's fine. Like you dropped a nuke. Oh, whoops. Okay, the Forbidden Ziggurat's just gonna hum here at... I just realized when this thing turns on, it's gonna want 4.05 gigawatts. We do not have 4.05 gigawatts. We can put efficiency more. I bet you the productivity module doesn't only gives me the antimatter. I was full of hope. You know what, if it gives me more antimatter, it's not the end of the world though. I think those efficiency modules, I prefer it not to take 4.05 gigawatts of power. A little bit more than I want to have to deal with in my life. First run with bases on like ever? Sounds like a good life. Bites is the worst part of Factorio. If you disagree with me, you're welcome to fight me. Playing a new RTS recently, and you drew the straw. Wait, stop playing a new RTS, and you drew the straw that said I had to handle air, so air defense and offensive. Turns out your bombs automatically target nearby threats, and the enemy had. Oh, you bombed your advanced fusion reactor. What RTS are you playing that you had to handle air? What is that game, Marsh? That sounds interesting. That's fair. Beyond all reason. Ah, you've told. I think You've told me about that game before. That's the Total Annihilation game, right? Well, at least someone's told me about it. I don't know if it was you, but someone did. Indeed. I was playing a game the other day. I'm just hijacking your conversation piece. I was playing Humankind because, you know, Civilization came out and I didn't want to play Civilization, so I was playing Humankind. And I wasn't really getting into it. I was just kind of like, meh, meh. That was the sound effects I was making the entire time playing it. Meh, meh, meh. But it had the funniest thing. It was like trying to explain this mechanic, and it's almost clear, like it's almost like it knew it wasn't doing a very good job of it. And it's like, don't worry if you don't understand this. Most people takes them like 2 or 3 games before they understand it fully. And I'm thinking to myself, you're pretty presumptuous to think I'm playing this game 2 or 3 times before I understand your mechanic. Like, you think I'm gonna play your game 2 or 3 times? Bitch, I ain't gonna play your game probably even 1 time. I became a Minecraft villager. I did. I was just like, your game's not great, and I'm not gonna play it 2 or 3 times before I understand your mechanic. And then the worst part is, then like a short time later, it said it again. Like, oh, you know, you might take a few times before you get this mechanic, and I'm like, how many times are you going to say this thing that, oh, our game's so complicated it might take you a few times to play? And I was like, you know what? The other option is I just stop playing you right now because I can't be bothered. And I did. I was like, I'm not learning your game. Funnily enough, it's almost like Civilization kind of can't be beat. Which is a weird thing to say, but it's also true. Like, I know Civilization 7 came out and everyone's kind of a bit meh on it, which, you know, that's fair. To be fair, every time a new Civilization comes out, everyone's meh about the new Civilization. It's just like the order of things. Everyone sits around and goes, oh, the old days were better. Like, everyone does it every time. I don't know why. I do know why. That's how people are contrarian that way. People think they've got a original idea that the old ways were better. And it turns out, no, everyone thinks that all the time about Civilization games. Everyone thinks their hot take is the new Civilization game bad. It's like the new D&D version, right? New D&D version comes out and a bunch of grognards sit around and go, oh, well, you know, the old game was better than this. And all they'll go, rah, 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 rah. And they all think they've made an excellent point, and they all clap each other on the back, say how smart and free-thinking they are. And they're wrong, usually, except for if we're talking about 4th edition, in which case the grognards were correct that time. Well, no, actually. That'd be them saying the 3rd edition was better. I know people like 3rd edition, but oof. Seems like it's getting personal. I mean, what, just my concept? In fact, I'm calling them grognards, they know who they are. Grognards know they're grognards. If they didn't know, if a grognard doesn't know it's a grognard, if they are a grognard, then they're not really paying attention to their life. Okay, so that will make sap. will do something. My child annihilation card's doing pretty well, actually. Oh, I've done this wrong. But yeah, my point is, people like to complain about the new thing and say the old one was better. That's normal. But, I mean, look at the numbers. I don't... Like, okay, how's Civilization 7 doing? That's the real question. Let's check Steam numbers real quick. Steam charts. What is the default thing? What was I looking at? Factorio, of course I was. Okay, let's look up Civilization. Is it with a Z? Probably with a Z, isn't it? American. See? Wait. Civilization 7. 6 is the... not the most recent. It's 7. There's no way 7's that low. Hang on, I'm confused. Am I spelling Civilization wrong? What if I write Sid Meier? Is 7 the... Why is this too wide? You have enough space to put on the same line? What do you mean? Yeah, you're absolutely right. I do. Why is it too wide? Yeah, I know. I've just gotten so in the habit of doing it, I suppose. Another Solomon method. What is the new civilization called? This is Civilization 7, right? Civilization 7. Yes. Why is it on Steam charts? Well, regardless of why it's not on Steam charts, Civilization 6 has 28,000 players, Civilization 5 has 11,000 players, Civilization 4 has 1,000 players, Civilization 3 has 1,000 players. Like, people go, this is my Civilization game, bro. Don't... Oh, here, is it here? How many is that at? 21,000 players! For a game that people are like, it's not that great. It's 21,000 players. So maybe Civilization's doing just fine. Okay? It just released. True. But would you like to point out a bunch of games that never reached 21,000 players? Like, ever? Still more than Avowed. I haven't looked at Avowed. I don't know what that is. What is Avowed? It's the new Obsidian RPG. Oh, that sounds about right for Obsidian. Look, Obsidian are best when they're making sequels to someone else's games. Look into your heart. You know it to be true. And I'm sorry Obsidian had to hear that, but they know it's true as well, I think. Like, I think it's very cute when Obsidian tries to make a game with their own franchise, but no one wants Obsidian to make an original game. They don't have the anything for it. Wait, hang on. Let me check something. Am I correct on my... Yeah. Fallout New Vegas, brilliant game. Better than Fallout 3. But I don't think they could have made Fallout 4 better than New Vegas. Like, every time Obsidian makes a game that is wholly their own, it kinda just a bit suck. Sorry. It just a bit suck. But when they make a game that is like, hey guys, we made an entirely new brick game, you're like, damn, Obsidian, you've made something... I mean, when they make a game that's just like, hey guys, we made a sequel to Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, you're like, that's pretty cool actually, good job. And I'm sorry for them, but they're good at making mods. Yeah, pretty much. Like, they don't really add much to the game, they just, you know, make a decent mod. They don't add to the graphical engine that much, they just boost what they already had. And, you know, good on them. But all they're doing is making a mod. Okay. There we go. So an ad for Avowed. I mean, all I know about Avowed is a bunch of, like, weird people are just like, worst game, so woke. And I'm like, what are you even on about? They're just, like, mad at game being woke. And I'm like, I don't... what are you on about? I legitimately do not know what they're on about. Okay, we need to get some unstable gas in his house. This could be interesting. The vibes are modern, but it's much better than Veilguard. I mean... again, I don't know why people were thinking that a Dragon Age game would do well. No Dragon Age game has been that good. Like, Dragon Age is fine, and it's always been fine. And that was even before the fall of BioWare. We've upset it. Dragon Age had a much darker tone. Yeah, sure. My argument was that it wasn't a particularly good game. Like, tone is good and all that sort of thing, but if a game is, like, sort of bad, a story or whatever doesn't fix that. I mean, feel free to fight me on this one. I'll get punched in the throat. I don't mind. But I do actually mind. I don't want to be punched in the throat, I just realized. But you know what I'm saying. Like, it does... not first, not second. Where are you guys? What position are you? Please tell me what position is your... No. I saw where that was going. I'm not going to continue that joke. So we need to get some mineral water and ethanol. Ethanol? Oh, hell no. That's going to need a long pipe. What are we doing here? Mineral water? Mineral water. Let's go. I mean, the smart thing would be to build a train, but stuff that. Trains are for losers. Do I look like a loser? I mean, quite commonly, yes. Yes, I do. We've got tons of mineral water, that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, now ethanol is the next thing we need. What's the pipe extent? 151 out of 320. Not too bad. Ethanol is probably gonna crap out, but that's okay. It's made out of potatoes. We have tons of potatoes. Right. Annihilation card still going well. Be done in 18 minutes or so. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, ethanol goes down that way. Sweet, we'll grab that pipeline. Toggle hover mode does nothing. I don't know, I find the whole culture war thing about games that are woke very funny. It's like if game does badly and the particular group didn't like it, the game did badly because it was woke. It's like, no, game did badly because it was a bad game. It had nothing to do with being woke. They're like, yes, game was woke, that's why it failed. It's like, no, game failed because game sucked. Because I mean, like, oh, Baldur's Gate was not woke. Baldur's Gate was woke as heck. You could F a bear. I mean, if you ask me what woke means, it means the ability to F a bear and scare a squirrel. In that order. Hang on a moment. I will just gotta take a quick call. I'll be back in a moment. Woke means you're awake. That's true. And the extension is that to not be awoke means you're asleep. Which I don't know if that's the what I'm looking for. Narrative that the anti-woke agenda people want to bring out for themselves. Asmongold kind of likes Avowed, and he's touted as one of the biggest anti-woke advocates. I mean, yes. I try not to think about that person. Aside from when my room's a bit messy and I like to say it's my Asmongold era because it's just a funny joke. But, I mean, that's what I'm saying, like, if a game is woke and it fails, it didn't fail because it's woke, it failed because bad game. Woke games do really well if they're good games. Because it's not wokeism that makes the game good or bad, it's the fact that the game's good or bad. Doing what the shirt? What the shirt? Okay, today's shirt is a polo shirt. I was in the office. It's polo shirt day. Come on, focus camera. Do I have to poke you? Don't make me put. There we go. Yeah, it's got a red. Oh, it's got a red line. It's a variation of the Star Trek uniform. So if it's original series, I am going to get shot. Really, if the red line was moved up to my shoulders, it would just be like a Star Trek shirt. Now that I think about it. I hadn't considered that. Go for not original series though. Original series, the ones that get shot are red shirts, but in Next Generation onwards, they're yellow shirts. Yellow shirts are security. Of all the shirts you've seen today, it's got. When I'm gonna die, take the red off. Take the red shirt off. That button is a bit too tight. Just sort of choked myself a little bit. You know what? No, nothing sexier when taking a shirt off than choking yourself. Don't quote that. Only fans be continued. Hey, look, my wife's not here. I can do what I want. May very well be watching. I don't know. Probably not. He was just calling me just to see that Lil K got to sleep alright. Which he did, because Lil K is a good boy. Yeah, I don't think anyone would pay if I did an OnlyFans. I really don't. Dodgy or otherwise. Especially not dodgy. I don't. If you did it like, you know how there was a time where OnlyFans was trying to be like, oh, this is just like an alternative to Patreon. And it's like, yeah, it's not though. Like, I know you're trying to get people to think that it's an alternative to Patreon, but ain't no one gonna subscribe to someone's OnlyFans because they do a fun comic. That's just not happening, I'm sorry. Oh, I love this person's comic. I subscribe to their OnlyFans. Yeah. They tried to remove the sexy stuff. They did because it was a credit card problem. I believe they tried to remove sexy stuff for the same reason Tumblr did remove sexy stuff. And, anyone heard of Tumblr recently? It's funny how that was such a big market for them, given the fact it wasn't even like what they were marketed as. Like, no one... A lot of people didn't subscribe to Tumblr because, ooh, that's where the sexy stuff is. But it turns out it was a bigger proportion than I think they thought it was. They built their platform on the labor of sex workers and tried to remove them from their platform. Yeah, that went about as well as you'd expect. Okay. I must have done that wrong. On the basis that it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Okay, and we're going to do a Sherman tank. Sherman tank. I had a friend that would send me like... This was a weird friendship, I will admit, but they would regularly send me porn from a subreddit called Uninterested Cats in Porn. And it was just like, that's a weird thing. It was just cats in the background of scenes. That's all it was, just cats in the background of scenes. Just chilling, being cats. Only cats. Admittedly, it made it a lot better. And then you'd watch it because you're like, where's the cat? You just wanted to see the cat. No innuendo. The cat was why I was there. Then you'd be like, hey, there's the cat. And you'd be happy again. Because the cat was there. No, you heard enough. You understood what I was saying. Don't pretend you didn't. Okay. You heard the correct amount. Cats, that's right. Cats. So... concentrate and particulate. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Go. That's messy as heck, but I'll take it. If sap is greater than 1,000. If it's not, then... not that it really doesn't matter. Yeah, that's probably fine. Little K rolled over. That's the little K update for the hour. Okay, we want sophisticated matter units and spectrolite. Okay. How much of the stuff have I built over top of my bus? Surprisingly, not as much as I would have thought. Spectrolite and matter units. Here's my matter units. Okay. And spectrolite. Hello. Oh, I got a chocolate. Problem is when Panda's not here, I have to get my own snacks. Like some sort of snackless fool. I did. I got a little snack. I got a little chocolate. I don't even know what sort of chocolate it is. I don't think it's a Turkish delight, so that's probably fine. But I had to get my own
Did
snacks.
someone order quality?
Thanks, Bedlestain. Apparently it's a caramel snack, which is the worst one to be eating while streaming. And yet here we are. No, and no is like a Cadbury Roses. Like, Cadbury Roses are already kind of dodge, but one which says it's Turkish Delight is probably even more dodge. Uh-oh. It did come out pretty accusatory. You don't like Turkish Delights? You bloody moron. How about go stick your head in an oven, you moron? That's how you sound like then, just then, Zoe. I have you know I'm not even slightly offended, but perhaps I should be. Most people only know Turkish Delight from Narnia? I don't get the context there, but I can only assume that some child's like, "Oh mother, I must simply have a Turkish Delight." The mother's like, "The only Turkish Delight you're getting is in a bathhouse." Okay. Can we hit the meta units? Hello, Sigma. Turkish Delight is what the evil queen used to tempt the kids into coming with her. Shit gift, if you ask me. Oh, Turkish Delights! What a wonderful gift, queen! If the problem is they suck. And then the kids spit in their face. Wait, is Narnia the one that's like Christian overtones or undertones? Or just tones? I always get confused with like the other one. Don't ask me what the other one is, I don't know what that is either. Oh no, has my meta card stopped? Ah, bloody hell, they did stop. Wonder why. What do we run out of? Blues again. Well, I see the metal being constructed, so I suppose that's going to be fixing itself soon. Pi 6? Yeah. That is actually correct signal being. We're waiting for Pi 6. AKA American Pie. He was singing, "Where is my American Pie? Wanna play it, wanna hang myself because I will cry." Okie dokie, we need bottle consciousness and n-dimensional widgets. Well, the n-dimensional widgets are up here somewhere. Yeah, when Pi 6 comes out, we're going to start Piodons. Pi 6. Will I regret it at that time? Of course I will. I'll wish I was not doing that. I think when that comes out though, I'm going to be doing I'm already debating doing Factorio 2 nights a week. I really enjoy doing something other than Factorio on Saturday. I mean, I love Factorio, and I always will, but it was just nice to not have to do Factorio for a change. Just for a nice little change, little flavor. Like, When it starts to feel like a job, it's time for a break. Oh, it doesn't feel like a job, don't get me wrong. It doesn't feel like a job at all. I just enjoyed a little bit of a change. No, I still absolutely get excited knowing it's stream night that I'm going to play Factorio. Like, I am not bored of Factorio, but with Pi I'm aware that it's a marathon. It's an ultra marathon, and so because of that I'm going to take longer. It's how life goes sometimes. You know what? It's fine. But Zoe, I do appreciate your concern. I don't know if you were actually concerned. I'm not. Sounds like I'm saying you're insincere. You're being insincere, Zoe. No, I do appreciate your concern, but I'm not. I'm not bored of Factorio by any means. I've noticed a lot of the people I used to watch playing Factorio have sort of stopped playing it. Like, they came back a little bit for the expansion and then they just sort of dropped off again. And, that was genuine. No, and I appreciate it. I do actually appreciate it. I assumed it was concern. But at the same time, I would like to play a little something else. Like I said, I enjoyed playing the Darkest Dungeon the other day. Darkest Dungeon is a hard game to play for many, many hours because it's a little bit roguelike-y and it's just a bit stressful about how quickly everything can turn to custard. But it was nice. I mean, I want to do RimWorld again. I don't know what else. I want to do maybe a story game that I can finish in a couple of sessions. I want to prove how good I am at 2D platforms, apparently. Apparently I'm pretty good at 2D platformers, if you can believe that. I'm not entirely sure I can, but it does seem to happen. Not Mario though, I'm not great at a Mario game. Hollow Knight is always a winner. I've already beat Hollow Knight. I beat Hollow Knight, beat the Radiance. Didn't beat the ultra hard Radiance, but you know what, I beat the Radiance. I beat Path of Pain fairly quickly. Hey Fraser. Like, I did pretty well at Path of Pain, I understand. Am I just over here, like, just enjoying my own company, saying how great I was? Yeah, a little bit, but you know what? When you're the best, you're allowed to. When no one else can get on your level. We're gonna need to make a lot more in widgets. Have I tried Ori in the Blind Forest? I don't know if you're doing a bit here, but yeah, I've done that one as well. Man, kids are exhausting. Yeah, they are. They sure are. I don't know why you're telling me this. Are you sympathizing, Fraser? Is this what we're doing? My wife leaves me and you're here to sympathize. I'm joking, she didn't leave me, she's just away for a couple of days. I just wanted to make that joke. Could try 9 Souls. Okay, so there's a game I haven't played. In for the hard mode. What's the hard mode? Twins. Oof. Wait, yours? Or are you borrowing them? Borrowing is a not great choice of words. You own them. Oh no. Check the return policy on those. Yeah man, that I do not envy you on that one. Because that would be a lot of work. I mean, I don't envy you on the work side of things. There is something just kind of fun about being a parent, but at the same time, it ain't the work side of things. They're non-refundable. Ah, shit. The problem is typically just how much they charge you in New Zealand for a kid, which is so little, so they're like, why would we refund you? They're so cheap. Like, come on, no, it's not about that. It's not about the cost, it's about the... Come on, man. Come on, don't be like that. They're cute, but oh boy, it's a lot of work. Yeah, I respect that. 0-2, it adds up to a bad baby. Yeah, that's true. May I ask how old they are? You don't have to answer, of course. I'm just curious. Actually, no, you do have to answer. Scratch that. You have to answer, or else the police. On 31st December. Oh, okay, so 2 months. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I don't know, 3 months is when I think they, like, Little K started to get fun. Like, when they start laughing, it's like all of a sudden everything is worth it. Before they laugh, I mean, honestly, as a parent, it was really hard for me to bond with Little K at first, because it was like, you know, it's like a lot of the bonding is with mum, and dad's just standing around. Dad's there too, you know? That's fair. But... Oh, I thought I had another chocolate because the wrapper was perfectly square, and I was like, I brought 2 chocolates, and then you squish it, and you're like, oh, it's empty. But yeah, it's got its high points, it's got its low points. Once you get used to waking up in the middle of the night, it's not too bad. With twins, dad is also a mum. That's a valid point, actually. That's a valid point. I hadn't considered that. Okay. I think we are ready to start trying... No, I think we start actually doing some maths. We need to do some maths. We need to do some calculations before we start doing this. Yeah. Being chauffeur is an important job. I say there's the only person in our household that can drive. Chauffeuring, big important job. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Those kids are not going to chauffeur themselves. Army just wants to sort of throw caution to the wind and just poke it and see what happens. I mean, I could. Alright, well, you enjoy your nap. Thanks for stopping by. I wish you all the best of luck. Cube? Well, don't let me put it in there. Cube break. We can't break the cube because we have no bottled euphoria. I don't even know where the cube is right now. Oh, it's over there. We found it. Okay, we need bottled euphoria. Because nothing is more fun than smashing a cube to pieces with bottled euphoria. That's despair, if I remember rightly. Anguish, sorry. Okay, there's my euphoria. I love mousing over the circuit network with this, how I'm doing things. It just really lets you know that things are not okay. Perhaps things will never be okay. Alpha priority that way. Come along, my bottled euphoria. We have business to attend to. I'm gonna need more underground pipes, underground belts. I could just put them in a less stupid place, but I also don't care. Annihilation cards should be done in 2 minutes. Okay. The good news is once annihilation cards are done, then we can see what we're actually doing next. Which could lead to either joy and euphoria or despair. And anguish. Why didn't you go? What do you need? Oh, you still need to make more end widgets. Oh wow. You need a lot of end widgets. Oh yeah, no, that does make sense. We ran out of metal though. So by that... Well, regardless, we're going to have no power for a little bit. That's fine. Hopefully the annihilation cards will finish before power becomes a problem. I joke. Thank you. "33 seconds, approximately.
Butt kicking
Thank you for following cruise control. It's appreciated. Welcome. Okay, complete annihilation card. What do you look like? I know what you look like. Okay. Oh. There we go. Answer life, the universe, and everything. Research this technology and finish the game. Well, do we need... Do we need or want quantum entanglement? No? One of the paired qubits involved in an unsuccessful decode was correct. It'll produce a randomly flavored qubit instead. Wouldn't it be great if they installed subway trains? I mean, yeah, it would be. Ultra-dense combustion cube, a special type of cube used exclusively as an ultra-dense energy fuel source, but which can coexist with phantoms. Oh. So it's a gigajoule of power, and the ultra-dense cube is... Oh, I don't know if I care. Like, that's the thing at this point, like... I now know what the conclusion is, and I just kind of want to focus on that. Combustion cube can power furnaces, but so can the regular cube. I could generate power. Like, why would I do anything other than start moving towards the end of the game? So it can run, for example, metals with phantom cubes doing plastic. Oh! 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 Right, it can power furnaces. I understand what you mean. Okay, I thought you meant like the boilers specifically. Okay, no, that is cool. I suppose you could also do it that way, right? You could make these other things. Okay. It's not necessarily what I desire, but... And antimatter power. I mean, we could make antimatter power. But why? We don't need it. We only technically need... annihilation card... 2 antimatter units, but we'll boost that. We can. We need to do this thing like 3 or 4 times and then we'll be done. Allows you to solve qubits an average of 4 tries. It's a complete rebuild to solve it. Yeah, that's cool. That's nice. Absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna rebuild everything that we've stressed so hard on. Not even close. That was a lot of stress to build that. I'm not unbuilding it. Why am I here? Oh, I need the Euphoria. That's what I was building. No, I think qubits are doing just fine. If we need more, we can always build more. Like, again, I'm doing sort of the thing that I do, which is like, the game can be done, let's just end it. Then we can start the next project. I don't really linger on games of Factorio once they're completable. Unless I'm doing a thing, which I'm not really doing. I just want to beat this and be like, I beat UltraCube. And people are like, wow, Seif, you're so sexy. And I'll be like, okay, a little weird, but yeah, I am so sexy. Look. I can't deny the truth, okay? It wouldn't be right. Vanilla's the only one we go on science per minute goals. Yeah, I mean, I could go science per minute goals on, like, what's the thing that I like to do, C block, but you know, your first question for potential partner is how many Factorio mods they've mastered. Specifically overhaul mods. If they're like, oh, I mastered, like, train visualizer, you're like, okay, buddy, we can all visualize trains. Not impressive. I'm visualizing a train right now. I've mastered disco science. You know what? Actually, if someone mastered disco science, go on, prove it. Mastered dolly carts. I don't even know that one. Tower, I'm so hot for you right now. I'm so hot for you right now. He was a rate calculator plus dolly picker boy. She was a pie overhaul girl. Can I make it any more obvious? Clearly the girl is much higher quality. He did more quality of life, she did overhauls. What more can I say? Yep. No, as I said, we're all hot for Tower right now. If Tower propositioned me, I'd be like, well, my wife's not home, so let's go. Not actually true, by the way, but it's a good joke. A couple. A couple. I don't mean to brag, but, you know, I'm doing alright. Okay, we are progressing. I would like to... Okay, you know what we need to do actually next is we need to actually start preparing the science to build the annihilation cards. Because I think... I actually do want to consider making the second module. Does that mean I need to make a different type of module? Oh, I don't. I just need the arcane drive unit. Well, hello there, sailor. We'll come back to that. What does it require for these? Haunted energy cells. You know what? I got haunted energy cells up my butt. Not literally up my butt, obviously. I don't think I need to explain that to anyone. Sorry, I got overly excited and I said something stupid. I apologize. I'll go grab some more haunted energy cells. I love this game, but haunted energy cells is just a legitimate thing you say. So what I need to do is maximize my production of antimatter explosive boys, and then maximize my turning it into useful data cards. And then if we can do those two things, then I think we're pretty much sorted, eh? So you need quantum calibrate. Yeah, okay, so yeah, 1.6 gigawatts is fine. What if we thought about this incorrectly? Like, how long will it take to do this? The Helvetica scenario takes 16 seconds crafting time. Sure, if we have no power, it'll take a little bit longer, but I mean, what does it matter, right? Oh, he's building it by hand. Like, if it takes a shit ton of power, so what? It takes a shit ton of power for not 16 seconds, but for a little bit longer, but that's okay. It's fine. So then we want to make it, damn it. So the fabricator needs to contain most of these things. Good, if it's pointing the right way. And we need in-dimensional widgets, which I imagine are probably just over here, on a belt that is longer than it really should be. I haven't even mathed this out. Math is implying that I was going to do math. You know, in fact, that's perfect. And we wish those to be at the utmost quality. Productivity is currently 16%. We can get that up to 32%, which is nothing to sniff at. I am slightly concerned we're not going to have enough. Actually, I'm slightly concerned we're not going to have enough cards, but I think if we keep upping our productivity to a degree, it shouldn't be a problem. We have 5 cards ready to go. That's not many. Six cards. Never mind, it's slightly better. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, just let it do its thing. Maybe it'll make it, maybe it won't. Building by hand? What else am I building by hand, right? Sounds almost like a threat, but like a challenge. Ooh, what else can I build by hand? Show you what I can build by hand. That's an obscene gesture. Okay, I think that's probably enough efficiency mods. Aw, little K's rolling over. And that's been your little K update. Told you get little K updates every now and then. Usually I don't have the baby monitor, usually Panda's got that. But today I control the power of the baby monitor. No one can stop me now. Don't let it corrupt you, absolutely. I have already been corrupted by its magnificent power. At this point, it's 56 productivity. You run that bad boy twice. You got 66% productivity now. I mean, sure, it's going to kill the base's power when I'm using 17 gigawatts of power with a 1 power production possibility, but so what? The power has gone to my head. Like, it doesn't go any slower than that. %72% productivity. Accumulators are quite powerful. Are they? Yeah, that's fine. But those accumulators are the better ones. Are there better accumulators? Oh, the energy batteries. I didn't even look at those. Oh yeah, those seem pretty decent. Huh. So what, it's going to go up to 80% productivity. I fear no man. But no man has the power that I will wield at my fingertips. For 20 gigawatts of power, my base will be on 5%. Maybe I should be building accumulators. Where's that little tyke? Oh, it's done there, okay. Alright. I'm convinced. My evil plan has been delayed for now. For now. Do not think forever, though. I have a lust that cannot be satiated, except by raw power and animal magnetism. That's when you attach a magnet to an animal. Thunk. Some say I'm mad attaching magnets to animals. I say I'm the only one who considers the possibilities. What if animals could fly with magnets? The fuck is this character? Rare earth metals. I don't know, but I kind of dig it. I do not fear what the scientists say is ethical. The animals must fly, and fly the animals shall. To the moon! With magnets! The cry with magnets is very important. Like, I think this mad scientist, it's like, what if Magneto was just stupid? Like, stupider than normal. I am the master of magnetism and magnets! Yeah, we understand what... We get it, we get it. Yes, do you? No. It's just, every line just ends with "and magnets." Like, he's just as impressed with the magnets. And he's confused why others are not. Magnete bro. I don't know. That's the best I got for you right now. Magnete bro is doing his best. His best isn't very good, but it does involve magnets. Magnete bro is amazing. You know, I just realized that Magneto's name is Magnus sometimes when it's not Eric. And it's like, really? A guy named Magnus has magnets as a power. I've only just realized that. That's stupid. That's stupid as hell. And I love it. Quantum energy cells are splitting the plate. Okay. Was that just now? Did you only just realize this as well? I mean, sometimes his name isn't Magnus if it makes you feel any better. Sometimes it's Eric. Because it is. Oh, they mentioned it in the X-Men cartoon? What the fudge? I watched that. I never heard that line. Clearly I wasn't paying attention. With magnets! I hate this character so much. This is my new worst character. I mean, it's been a while since I've had a good character. Spaghetti Paul was a long time ago, after all. And the less I think about Spaghetti Paul, the happier I am as an individual. Sounds a little like Deckard Cain, but there's something else in there. Yeah, I don't know what... like, Deckard Cain is just my default old man voice. Which sounds very much like Bane, I'd like to point out. Get Deckard Bane. Yeah, it's like someone said to Deckard Cain, he's a crazy old man. He went, "You want to see what crazy is? I'll show you with magnets." This is the worst character I've ever created. But he knows what his shtick is, right? So I guess that he's got that going for him. He's like, I know what I like. I like magnets. What do you like? And you know, it's quite frankly, I think if someone just came up to me and said, I know what I like, what do you like? I'd be like, quite frankly, I don't know. That level of joy is something I wish I could have in my life. Uh-oh. There it goes again. Oh, because we've run out of euphoria, I suppose. Because of the long belt that I made. I shouldn't need that much more. Turns out when you build a massively long belt, everything takes forever to rebuild. Go figure. I'm about ready to do this. Oh, if only I had the metal, right? There's a lot of production that's just sort of not doing anything. How do we get rid of despair? Have we ever needed to get rid of despair? Bottling anguish. No, we've never really needed to get rid of despair. That fires off 10,000. Right. How to get rid of despair? It's a very valid question that people have been wondering about for a long time, I imagine. If I could answer that one, I think I would win an award somewhere. With magnets! That's a valid point. The magnets is a valid point. How do we cure despair? With magnets! I never saw, oh my god, this guy is gonna be the death of us all. Okay. I'm not convinced this is gonna work, so I've made a safety save. Okay. I like how it never reaches top speed. It gets to about 500 kilometers. It's like, that's the best we can do. Hey, it made some. Good job. Fine. Okay, let's see how bad this goes. Okay, we may have tried to consume too much power. Okay, we will we'll slow that down for the next one. 20 gigawatts was too much power. I feel like that's why you're supposed to like make the antimatter, but stuff that. Okay, bad start. Okay, forgot to do those. You know what? I've done that round the wrong way. Able to disable if SAP is less than 1,000. Okay, that's cool. Right. Why is it stop working? Oh, because water. Wait, what? Oh. I see. I don't really have a plan for this at this stage. So, when in doubt, just put a big tank out. And what speed module to help with power? Oh yeah, I suppose that's true. What I'm curious about is this actually going to give me more stuff? I think it did. If that's the case, then we have infinite stuff. It turns out The Rock is selling a hair product. A new product. It's a hair care product. This is not a joke. That sounds like a joke. It should be a joke. The Rock is a joke. With or without magnets. How do you even justify that when you're a very bold man? He's a very bold man. I don't know about that. Okay. I've got enough sap, so that should start. The tagline is, "My hair would have loved this." Okay. Yeah, we've had enough jokes. Now, that's enough joke time. Because that's very silly. Are you serious? I can't even tell anymore. I would have loved to have some blue belts. Or purple belts. I just want to see that this is actually working. If through no intervention this makes stuff, then we pretty much have that's the in-game solution. What I actually need... Yeah, okay. Is there a car around here? There is a car around here. Let's go grab some blue belts. Why? Why? Why is this a thing? Why am I so distressed by this? Like, I'm actively distressed by this. Money? Money is the only assumption I've got. I think people like money. Yep. I did know why. Oh, me. Ah, hell. Technically that's not intervention. I mean, technically it is, but it doesn't count. It just seems like a weird marketing decision to make. You manage to get your old computer to turn on, but it won't post. You have to have the CPU when you build a new PC. You know, honestly, that makes sense. The number of computers I've broken by having a new PC and my old one got jealous happens more often than you think. Got your computer jealous, and now that's what's happened. found after I got my new computer, my old one wasn't very good either. So I assume I made it jealous, but then I gave it to my wife, and then she used it literally once. Never again. Which is totally fine, like, she didn't really want or need the computer. Okay. Once this fills up, which is almost done, I'm hoping that I'm right, this is actually making more stuff than it's... I'm pretty sure it's making more articulate. Okay, and then that should be coming through, and then we should be making these things. Right, which required more sap. Hence. If this is going to work, and then it starts using the sap, and then it's like, well, we need more sap now. Okay. Oh, crud. Crud. Get ahead of it. Actually, don't even get ahead of it. Like, stop over here somewhere. Flasks. Put it in there for now. Okay. So this should be working. I think it's working. Making the things. Question is it going to make 64 of them? I think honestly the answer is yes. Running on the belt, so slow. I do not have belt immunity. How many we got? We got 49, 59. I mean, yeah, I think it just works. Maybe. I feel like they're not supposed to work, although I feel like they might not be. Oh. We need 8 more. You know what? I feel like that's not supposed to work, but you know what? They do. I didn't mod the game to do that. This is actually not a challenge. Cube is built. And we have a bunch of resources left over. Atheists, your move. Look, I'm not complaining. Not that anyone thought I was. Because that was not a challenge. And if something changed in the back end of how productivity is related to, you know, a challenge. Not really a challenge. I mean, maybe. I think even if productivity wasn't doing that, I think it still wouldn't be as hard. It does look like it broke, but at the same time, I've got a whole bunch of extra crap that I could... I mean, I could just do it again and it wouldn't be a problem. You know what? Do it one more time. I kind of missed the challenge. Well, sucks to be them. I didn't change anything. Maybe I did miss the challenge, but I didn't choose for this to happen. I'm just a good, honest man doing a good, honest day's work. And if that makes me a hero in the eyes of the people, well, I can't do anything about that, how can I? I understand it was supposed to give the exact right amount. And maybe it would have been a challenge. I was kind of planning that it would do that, but once the productivity worked, then it didn't matter. I mean, look, that's done. Productivity absolutely shouldn't have done that. Of all the things that required of circuits, this is not one of them, apparently. Everything required circuits except the last challenge. You know what? I like a little bit of a break. Give me a break. I deserve it. I've been a good boy. I have 0.64. So when I get it, I'll be wrapping up in a second. This is subtle reminders that I should be ending. Subtle. Like a brick. No, not yet. I was just checking something for Tara. That's fair. I can see why, because you saw it go to like the save screen. I usually save before I'm done. But yeah, you're absolutely right. That would be a logical assumption to make. And that's making our science packs, of which we have 26 at the moment. Right, because the problem is actually going to be, funnily enough, these ones. But we're on a journey to the end now. We're not far from it. How many does it want? 50... 64, okay. Oh, actually... Oh, I see, because some of them are locked in there. I mean, yeah, it absolutely shouldn't be letting me do what I'm doing, and if I was a man of better morals, I would stop, but I'm not. Morals in my Factorio? Get out of here. Exactly, it's a speed run. Like, when I was seeing if I could put productivity modules and things, I wasn't expecting the answer would be yes on any of these things. And I almost wonder if I tried to put productivity modules after it set the recipe, it wouldn't allow it. That's what I'm wondering anyway. Oh, you know what? I think we've just killed our production. Killed it. Oh, really? Oh, wait, no, sorry, I haven't killed it. I've got 27 of them that are in there. Not killed, it's overkilled. Okay, well, then we are good. So we only need to run that recipe like 8 times or so before we're just done. But what I might do is I might just put the cube in here and let the cube Alright, cube, can you come back here please? You weren't supposed to get away. There we go. So, yeah. Since we don't need any of these sciences anymore, that'll stop a lot of that stuff, other stuff from being needed. Which will mean a lot less resources required for other things. Generally, everything will freeze up until this is done then. We're gonna probably need more of the singularity data as well. Not much I can do about that. This is going to be the problem. I think what we do next session is we make a lot more of those, get those together, because we do not have enough of these. And I don't know how we make this faster, aside from building perhaps another one. Gotta sink again, isn't it? What the hell does that? Definitely out of sync though. Maybe it's not. No, it is. But when double cyan, it puts it out the wrong order. We'll fix that next time, I suppose. Anyway, I'm done. I'm tired. We've done pretty well. We've broken the game. I think probably we've got another week of this in us, and then we'll start the next challenge, I suppose. Which I've already let someone know what the challenge is. I've already been had demands made upon me. I'm kidding. No one would be surprised to see what the next challenge is. Alright. You'd be surprised? Would you, Soulburn? Soulburn would be surprised. It's good to know. Yes, thank you everyone for being here today. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. If you are new here, please do consider following. I'd appreciate it. You do what makes you comfortable. You can go to social links at youtube.com/SeiferKatt. That's where I post VODs, or the Discord link. The Discord link, which is where you can find me outside my regular stream time. Those bloody crickets are back. I will next be streaming on Thursday, doing more of the old Factorio, so I think we're going to start getting those points to answer life, the universe, and everything. So that's good. And as for me, I'm done for the night. Thank you so much for watching. You're quite welcome. Thank you for being here. It's a much more entertaining string of people harassing me. And I wish you all a good night. Take care.